Zen and the martial way. Zen and karate. You ever notice how, in the West, anything with a Japanese word attached to it gets quietly promoted to Zen? You put a rock in a garden. Zen. You arrange flowers. Zen. You see a slow-motion clip of a Japanese baseball player making a great catch. Gotta be Zen. You do karate in a crisp white uniform with a few pithy sayings on the wall. Obviously Zen. Right? Well, not really. Today, we're peeling back a common assumption. That because karate is an art, practiced in silence, with scrolls and sayings and etiquette, it must somehow live under the Zen umbrella. And as we'll see, that assumption has more to do with cultural aesthetics than with the activity of awakening. Let's start with the easy part. Karate emerged within a Japanese cultural ecosystem flavoured by Buddhism, Confucianism, and Shinto. So naturally, you'll find bowing rituals, calligraphy, and a certain reverence for discipline and humility. But cultural influence is not the same thing as Zen teaching. Zen isn't calligraphic style, or poetic brevity, or dojo politeness. Zen is a path, a demanding one, toward awakening. It requires stillness, direct experience, and crucially, an enlightened teacher actively transmitting the Dharma. If those ingredients aren't present, you don't have Zen. You just have quiet. And here's where confusion sneaks in. Karate has moments of quiet, moments of focus, moments of intentional breathing. A good karateka looks calm, composed, maybe even Zenish. But stillness of the face and stillness of the mind are not the same thing. Karate's silence is generally about preparation, about gearing the body and attention toward movement. Zen silence is about insight, about dissolving the very frame of self versus other altogether. Then there's the matter of purpose. Karate trains you to strike, block, evade, time, and endure. Zen trains you to see the nature of mind, the nature of suffering, and the possibility of its end. One discipline pursues effective response. The other pursues the realization of non-duality. They may intersect in surprising moments, perhaps in the stabilizing breath before a kata, or in the flow state reached during sparring. But overlap is not identity. You can also find focus in violin practice or mathematics. That doesn't make either Zen. But perhaps the biggest misunderstanding arises from the presence of Japanese sayings. Those lovely, compressed, motivational proverbs that often seem to mimic koans. Fall down 7 times, get up 8. Inspiring? Absolutely. Zen? Not exactly. Zen koans don't motivate. They destabilize. They aren't designed to encourage perseverance. They're designed to break the frame of conceptual thought entirely. If a saying makes you feel good, it's probably not a koan. So where does this leave us? With a clearer picture. Karate is valuable. Deeply so. It refines the body, sharpens attention, builds courage, and strengthens spirit. It can even give rise to moments that do resemble Zen moments. Moments of stillness that feel spacious, grounded, open. But resemblance is not awakening. And mistaking karate's cultural aesthetic for Zen's experiential depth confuses both traditions. Karate belongs to the martial way, the way of refined movement and embodied intention. Zen belongs to the way of awakening, the way of clarity, insight, and the dissolution of illusion. They can support one another. They can enrich one another. But they are not the same. And assuming they are, well, that's how myths get started.